Can you guys hear me? Okay, we're getting ready to go into the London session. It is now Tuesday at 2:59, September 1st. We are now getting ready to get into the London session now. Okay, here we go. Good morning, guys. We've got some roomies in the room now. We've got some folks in the room. Great, great. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so right now I'm looking at USD right now, and it looks like it's on a bull run. So it came up higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, and it's trying to make another higher high, which is good. It looks like it's creating another higher low, so it's challenging to support. Let me go ahead and go to the chart for odd USD. Where's my odd USD? Hopefully my chart can be acting right. This happens when you have a lot of data and it's trying to upload. When you, every week, you actually, it's a good thing. Before you start the week, it asks you to go through your pairs, your watch list pairs, and just kind to click on each time frame. You want to go like click on the daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, 15 minutes. So basically what you're doing is allowing the broker to update its data, right? The price data on your chart. And when you don't do that at the beginning of each week, which is a good thing to do, sometimes it's good to close your chart and see if you can you guys some habits that I do. And this time I actually didn't get a chance to go through all the pairs. But normally what you want to do is you want to take about 5-10 minutes on Sunday, wait till the market opens, close your chart, start your MT4 back up. When I say start your chart, start your MT4, or if your MT4 is already open, close the MetaTrader 4, open it back up, and wait till the market opens. And then when the market opens, you want to go through your pairs, and then you want to go through your time frames. And you're going to be going through something like this. And like right now, I'm just trying to go through them on London session. As a result, that you're just going to be kind of in delay mode. So it's not like we're missing anything in terms of trends that's just getting away from us. It's not like we're not going to be able to get into any trades, because by that time you should have already got into the trade. So, all right, so odd USD, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the London session for September 1st. And I'm looking at odd USD right now. So odd USD was on a bull run, as you guys can see here. You guys need to follow up real quick. I'm just going to go over it to it. If you guys see it, great. If you're not, just kind of follow along. Okay, odd USD. This is on the 1 hour time frame. I'm gonna pull up the 1 hour. So look like I see a lot of the pivot points here. So here's what we see on odd USD, and I'll pull up on the 1 hour time frame. So I called it as bullish from the Sunday's live trading room. If you guys have your trading room open and your market watch list, I had to call it bullish, and you can see where the reversal arrow is at a key resistance point right now. Key resistance point. You can see it right here. Let me pull up on the 4 hour. It's probably even better. Again, this is going back to that data, right? Price data. And every time you go through these time frames, you're gonna have to kind of go through this little setup for the price data update. So I do apologize. So while that's loading up, let me go ahead and switch it right over to the odd cat, and I can just keep going straight to the pairs. So this is the 1 hour. As you can see, this is right at a key zone. When you go to the daily, this is right at a key zone for the daily. So I'm still bullish for odd USD, odd dollar, and my target for odd is 0.74454. I'm gonna pull it up on the EG triple dot to kind of get a setup call to see if I want to go ahead and take this as a buy position. This is on a nice downtrend, right? Nice uptrend. So it went sideways here, which is great. This is in a range. So once this range happens, anytime you see a range, that's when you see an accumulation. That's accumulation phase, okay? And I think a lot of you guys went through the price action coaching with me. If you haven't, I think Kevin had. If you have not been through the coaching for market sessions, and not market sessions, but market structure on price action, make sure you schedule that with me, or you put that on the list to go over with me, that you would like me to take you through the intermediate portion of price action so that you can understand market structure and price action, okay? So anytime you see accumulation phase like this, this is what we call sideways market, right? So you see a sideways market, this is actually a range market, sideways market, however you want to call it. That's what you want, because I'm going to do a master course, which I'm uploading as well, for market structure. And anytime you see a range or a sideways market, that is your new best friend, okay? The trend is what? Anytime you guys see a trend, the trend is your what? The trend is your friend, right? You guys hear that all the time. That's a cliche, right? Everyone's trade against the trend. You don't want to. You want to go ahead and trade with the friend. Well, guess what? If you're trading up here and you're buying up here like we're getting ready to do, we are way late in the game, folks. We should not be buying up here, right? When should we be buying? Down here, hello, right? You want to be buying down here, right? Down here be better, right? So you want to be down back here, but we're acting like a bunch of retail traders, right? A bunch of herds. I said, oh my God, it's an uptrend, it's an uptrend. I think we should get in. I think we should get into buying. We're actually late in the game. So we're going to try to get into a buy just to catch a few pips. But we missed a big move way down here. The move is down here, right here. This was the accumulation phase. And then we missed accumulation phase. And then we missed another accumulation phase. Then we missed another accumulation phase, and we just missed another accumulation phase. And when I say accumulation, that's the explanation of what a range and what a sideways market is. It's an accumulation of buyers and sellers that the big boys, the market makers, that's what they do. They accumulate orders. Okay, we're done, make a move. That's what they're doing, all right? So the range is your new best friend. If you guys don't know what I mean, you guys need to learn that. I believe Kevin has went through my course. I think he's the only one. He's been with me for about 6 months. So he understands market structure by going through and understand the pattern of the market makers. So if you have not went through that course and you completed the Ultimate Guide to Forex, I won't move you to the intermediate until you went through the Ultimate Guide to Forex. You got to understand the basics. I got folks going through the basics and still trying to understand what a base and quote currency is to understand currency strength meter, okay? All right, let's go to okay. So there's the 4 hour. I'll pull up the day. Okay, so here's the daily. There you go. We're at a key resistance. We're on a move. The big boys are in a move right now. As you can see, going down to the 1 hour. This is what they're doing. They've already punctured the support, and it looks like it's coming back to create a new higher high, whatever it may be. But as of right now, I don't feel comfortable taking a trade position. This is the high. This high is not high enough. And to be honest with you, we're already late to the party. So when you're late to the party, this is late to the party. We're late to the party. We miss the big boys move coming out of the range. So when they came out of this range here, we missed that move. When they came out of this range here, we missed that move. So now they're in a range and they're getting ready to either pull back to create a lower low, So we'll see. We got to see if it hits this, and if it comes back and give it just another high, that means some way, somehow they're going to be doing another range to get ready to go back the other ways. Okay. So odd dollar, we're going to go ahead and skip that now. We just missed that, but it did hit TP1. Okay, odd JPY, where we at? Odd JPY. Let's go to the daily. How did it do yesterday? What I call on the sheet, guys. You guys have your sheet with you? What I call TP1. TP1 is 78.015. 78.015. It blew past TP1 of 78.016, and it went to 78.45. So if you guys caught JPY from Sunday's call out from the market watch, congratulations on that. If you guys didn't, that's 2 targets, 2 trades that we called out on Tuesday. You guys just missed 2 opportunities that you guys could have taken by looking at and going through it, right? So I'm gonna go out down to the 1 hour. Let me show you what that looks like. This is what you guys miss. You guys miss this move right here. So I think this price was around here. Let me see, this is August 31st. So August 31st was Monday. August 31st right here. So this is what you guys missed right here. Boom. That was 67 pips for you guys. You guys missed that one. That's okay. That I did call the direction going up. So you guys know I'm just double checking my forecast. That's what I do. And look like we have another situation. What do you guys see? I'm gonna pull up the data on daily. We're looking for trade setups. And if we don't, we move, right? So here's what we saw. We saw accumulation, move, accumulation, move. This is when the big boys accumulated the orders right here, right? And this order right here is when they accumulated, and when they accumulated, we missed this move here. This is the move that when we saw this rejection here off the support, and we saw this doji candle, tell us that there's going to be a change momentum. We would have looked at the easy triple dot, and we would have saw that arrow that said, bam, what are you doing? And we should not be falling asleep, and we fell asleep on this one. But I did call it out, right? I did call it out here, saying that's going to hit TP1, and it did, and went up here. Okay, so it looked like I'm looking for some key support and resistance. You know, you get a lot of people who tries to draw a support and resistance, and they think they understand support and resistance. And as simple as that just sounds, I know you guys know support and resistance. No duh. Anybody knows support and resistance? Support is, you know, the floor, and resistance is the ceiling. Leonard, come on, everybody knows support and resistance. Yeah, everyone knows how to label support and resistance. Let me put it that way. We got a bunch of labelers in this field. People know how to label things. Oh, I know what that is. That's a downtrend. Oh, I know what that is. That's a range in market. Oh, I know what that is. This is an uptrend. Oh, that's a doji candle, and that's a head and shoulder. We got a lot of good label makers, and then they think they're experts because they can draw a line between 2 points and point dot to dot, or points from points like an elementary school, and call themselves an expert. And they do a YouTube and said, hey, this is how you draw a you know, support and resistance. And now I'm an expert, and I've been trading for 3 months. Guys, it is simple, but it's so simple that it becomes so misunderstood. Right? Support and resistance is not about connecting 2 points that makes it support and resistance. Obviously, that is one of the foundations of being able to make a resistance. But folks, you can actually draw a line anywhere on the chart. Would you agree with me? And it probably most likely would be a support and resistance. You guys got to go through the intermediate course with me. So if you guys are there and you guys want to go through market structures, support and resistance, state of the markets training master course that I'll be uploading, make sure you bring that up to my point, and I'll show you guys what is the misconception and misunderstood about support and resistance, because there's a a crazy phenomenon about support and resistance that it needs to be understood. I don't know if I'm probably a master of support and resistance, but I sure like to be. Okay, so the one thing you want to look at for support and resistance is why is it a support and resistance? What makes it a support and resistance, right? And it's really about understanding where that support and resistance is and how far you look back in the data. And just looking pretty good from a support and resistance standpoint from the original point that I drew it. And so I got to look at the most recent points here. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Yep, resistance, it blew past, poke that. So this is that zone. This is zone. Did okay there, a little bit. But it's a lot of reaction in this area. So a lot of reaction. This whole room, this whole area would be some key points here. And I see some areas here as well. So I'm gonna mark that up too. Okay, come back. All right. Ooh, look at that. Let me repeat that. And that point wasn't there. Look at, I went from over here and then didn't do anything and just went through history. And I drew that support and resistance. Right, so that's where I did. I came over here, looked at some key resistance area, and I drew that support and resistance right about there, and it marked it. Where I go? Nailed it right about there. Okay, so it is now pulling back, and we're looking for this to potentially come back up. So that's AJ. So let's pull up AJ on the charts. AJ, where you at? AJ, here we go. Just 1 hour. Let's go to the daily. This is the daily. Yep, came up here, it's coming down. Let's go to the 1 hour. You guys see the currency strength meter for AJ? What do we call him? We can't deny and refuse to look at the currency strength meter for AJ. What do we see? Australian dollar is weak and JPY is strong, which tells us what? You guys are awake on the chat? Is odd JPY. Odd is the base currency, JPY is the core currency. Odd on here is 3.1, JPY is 4.6. So it's barely this, almost the same. It's not extreme, but odd is weaker. And anytime you see something like that, what do we have? You say sell. Odd is weaker and JPY is strong. Anyone else? Yes, you're right. It is. It is kind of sideways because it is closer between these two. It's not on extreme enough on the other side. So, and look at, you see odd 3.6 and JPY 4.3. That is basically the same. So now you have a sideways market. That is correct. But the odd is a little bit weaker than JPY. Right, just a little bit weaker. So when that's showing a little bit weaker at this point, with that saying, is that it should be on a downward trend, just like Lawrence had pointed out earlier. It would be more of a downtrend slope of this range. Okay, so it's not enough. I think nope, it's not enough to make a informed decision right now at this trade. You're right. That is correct. But right now the odd JPY is a little bit weaker, but it's down near the same. It's not enough extreme enough for us to make an informed decision. It is kind of coming down, or it was stronger, but it's not even enough momentum to do anything. So this looked like it could be coming back. I see a red right here. So it looked like it could be getting ready to make a reversal here. So you got a support, you got a set, we're looking for a red arrow, and this bad boy looks like it's going to be going the other way for a little bit. So this is looking to come back down and at least retest this. So there's no trade opportunity right now. Go to the 1 hour, and what do we have? What do we got here, guys? That's sideways movement, right? Sideways movement. So it's not enough. So we need to wait until it hits this resistance, the support. And if it hit the support and it breaks through, we're taking this down. Now, this is an accumulation phase right now. So the big boys are accumulating orders right now. So accumulating orders, they could be accumulating orders of buys and sells, but we don't know what type of orders they're accumulating. They could be accumulating a bunch of buys so that they'll get ready to make their move. And when they do, we'll see a reversal candle of orders pattern on a 1 hour, 4 hour time frame. And if it breaks the structure of this range, we're looking to go high. So you make a mark on your sheet, guys, that target would be, if it breaks this structure for resistance, targets would be 0.78.71. Okay, so that'd be target. If it breaks this, we're looking at a potential reversal, and it would be 77.6, but it has to break this structure. Right now, buyers are in control. So how do I know? Guys, you got to set up those one-on-one coaching with me to understand intermediate for market structures, price action. So it's the master course that I'm getting ready to load up into the intermediate course. So you guys got to truly understand where are the buyers and the sellers? Who's in control? Who is in control? Guys, one of the most things that I do, and when I try to educate you guys, is that I don't just try to show you and teach you how and the what, right? Anybody can say, oh, this is an uptrend, but who's in control? Who's in control? Should you be selling right now? Should you be buying right now? Oh, I don't know. So you guys get stuck. People get stuck, and people make informed decisions. And they said, no, I should be selling right here. So what? So a lot of people don't understand. You got to understand who's in control. The buyers in control, and the sellers in control. At what point do the buyers take over or stay in control? At what point do the sellers take over in this particular point? Because we have an uptrend that's very clear and very visible. Any labeling trader can call that out. That's an uptrend. That's an uptrend. Hello, and no doubt about the 20 and 40 averages that you have here. Of course, it's an uptrend. Okay, but where do sellers take control? Right, higher highs and higher lows. Okay, so this is a higher highs. We don't have another high. We just kind of have. We don't have another higher high. We just have a high. So is it sellers now in control? Do we take a sell? Oh no. See, that's the problem. So you got to understand at what point, from a market structure standpoint, do sellers take control? And you have to have that with a pinpoint position. Pinpoint position, or you'll never be a consistent and consecutive trader. So make sure you stay through that session with me to understand. And I'll go over buyers and sellers. Yes, it'll take 1 hour just to go over this one concept of buyers and sellers. Isn't that amazing? 1 hour? Yep, just to talk about buyers and sellers. Okay, all right, moving on. CAD JPY. Let's go to the daily. CAD JPY, folks, go ahead and go to your Easy Triple Trading System. And let's look at the currency strength meter number 1. Take a quick look. What do we have? Your CAD is your base currency now. It's a little bit higher than JPY, just a little bit. It's not extreme enough, right? We're talking, we need something like a 5 or 6 to a 4, or a 5 and 6 to a 3. This is still in between. So if it's not the top bottom right here, USD odd, and it's not the top strength like like here on, like here for the GPP NCD, if it's not the top strength and it's not the top weakest currency, then we got a kind of a mid zone here. These, I would say 1, 2, 3, 4 are the mid zone. And we're looking at CAD, JPY. So CAD is in that mid zone between CAD and JPY. So anytime you're in this mid zone, this currency strength meter, I'm showing you how to use a currency strength meter. That's when you know it is basically in the mid zone. They have to be the top, bottom, and the top strength, two strength. So CAD is 4.7, JPY is 3.7. Not enough significant difference between the two, but CAD is stronger. So if the CAD is stronger, we should be looking at an uptrend. Or if CAD can anytime jump at the 5, you're going to see this. You got to keep an eye on this on the CAD JPY. So on the CAD JPY, I had called it, you know, kind of a neutral bearish from Sunday, and I called it neutral bearish from Sunday. So on the 31st, I called it neutral bearish, right? So it was right at resistance, and you can see where it came down, right? And my target was 79.82. So this is 79.82. You see this? So it came down and it hovered around here and came right back up, and it came back, and like we got some folks trying to join the room here. So we got some folks. All right, so it came back and it's hovering around this resistance here. So it looked like it came back down. It couldn't create and touch this resistance support here, and it came back and hit this resistance. So it's hovering right above resistance now. And let me go ahead and see where my next target is. So it is some reaction around here. Look at that. Yep. Okay, so I'm making that a point there. So I'm calling bullish now for CAD JPY, and I'm looking at a target of 81.84. It broke this resistance, it came back, that's what I'm looking for, and it now broke this higher highs. It created higher highs right here, it came back up, and now it broke this resistance and it's eyeballing for 81.86. So let's go to the Easy Trading System. This is my up arrow, came back down. I'm looking at the 1 hour time frame now. It's coming here, boom, boom, come here. So that's what it's looking at now. CAD is stronger than JPY, so it'd be more of an uptrend. And I am looking to do a potential buy entry. This is going to be kind of late to the party, but it could be a nice little 87, 80 pips potential. This is nice right here. Okay, go back to the chart, you know, it's still loading up the data. So guys, everything that I'm going through that you guys are, you know, this is our second week into this trade room. You guys are, you guys hear me talking, but I'm talking out loud as I'm going through this so that you guys can see my thought process. You guys can hear my thought process and how I'm thinking and what I'm looking at. Okay. So it's important that you guys hear me when I go through this. Like I'm talking to myself, but I'm okay with that because that's what I kind of do. This is in my head. When I'm talking and I'm looking at trades, this is in my head. So I'm kind of talking to myself. When you're trading, it's just you in the market, right? That's the business. My business is between me and the market. So I'm talking to myself. Come on. Jeez. Okay, I'm gonna come back to this. Oops. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking for an entry on CAD JPY. Okay, guys. So let's look at this. I'm on a 15-minute time frame. Going back. Higher highs. Let me look at this real quick. Let me see what kind of news we're looking at. All right, Tuesday. So we just passed some news here on odd, right? So you got the odd dollar. No wonder the odd dollar is kind of weak now. I mean, it's kind of strong. I'm sorry. That's why it's going kind of that downtrend right now. It's weak. Sorry. So it's weaker and the price is going down on odd. Yep, Trey. Thank you. So I'm looking at some news here around euro, case, euro Swiss francs, GBP. Okay, so CAD, here we go. So CAD could be making some news here around 9:30, and this could make the CAD stronger around here around 9:30. So what I want to do is get ready for this opportunity here, and I am going to put a position here. I want to take it from the previous high because it's bouncing off of here. It need to break the structure for me to kind of, because it can always come back. So what I'm going to do is put a buy order here. I'm going to put a buy stop. I don't want to do that much, right? Yeah, I'm going to cover the spreads here. Let me go to the 1 hour and see where my target's at. My target price will be 8184. Which is like right at R1. You see this pivot level? Just look at this pivot. You see this line? So on this template right here for the easy trip out red, blue plus, it has pivot lines, and these pivot lines are significant, right? So I can show you guys how to trade pivots. The pivots are a really, really good strategy. This is almost like guaranteed money. You guys want to know my guaranteed money strategy? I use pivots for guaranteed money strategy. It's another strategy that I use when I want to make guaranteed quick money, right? And I mean quick 15, 20, 30 pips. I know not everything's guaranteed. I know. It sounds crazy when I say it's guaranteed. Are you serious? Yeah, I would say it's pretty damn 90, 95% guaranteed. These tricks that I'm sharing with you guys are like master tips. Dude, my mentor is like a master at craft, that stuff. I swear, sometimes I feel like I went through a kung fu course of Forex. And I mean kung fu, like 4 years of grueling, beat me up, bamboo stick style, kung fu style mentorship. I'm telling you guys, he just beat me up. He's like, why is this? Why is that? So I don't know. Why? You got to understand the why. It's like, oh, okay. So that's why I'm so tough on you guys when it comes to the why. All right, so here I'm looking at this is an hour. So I'm looking at a potential, okay, boom. Boom. All right, so yeah, I'm looking at this breakup structure right here on the 1 hour time frame. I want to take this bad boy to this target right here. This is going to be my target. And I'm going to find out what that price is. This price is going to be right at TP1 at 81568. Okay. So with my stop loss. I'm gonna take a 35 pip stop loss. I like this right here. You see this? Just kind of help you figure out where potential stop loss would be good, right? And you want a very tight stop loss because you shouldn't have to go anything more than 35, 30 pip stop loss. And I think I posted that in the community when you guys can do a 35 pip stop loss, you can kind of do a 2-to-1 or 1-to-1 ratio. This is look like it's going to be a 1-to-1 ratio risk reward. So I'm going to put at 81.056. So if you guys want to put it in the same order, you guys can. 81.052. Oop. I don't want to do that. Right, so you guys can see that. So I'm going to go ahead and put type that in the chat. So CAD JPY, we're taking a buy, and we're going to go at buy at 81.428. Stop loss is 81.520, and we got TP at 81.568. Okay. And I'm putting that into the chat. You guys can see that in the chat. Let me know if you guys can see that in the chat. So if you guys are writing it down, this is good. So it's CAD JPY 81.428. Yep. Okay, boom. Awesome. All right. You guys are there? So when it takes that and it triggers that, I'll be in the trade. So here's the other thing. When you're trading Forex and you're not scalping, you don't want to chase trades. We're not chasing trades. We want the trade to come to us. We got to be patient. We're going to come to us. If it triggers my trade, I'm in it. If you don't want it, you don't love me, hey, I can't chase you, baby. Can't chase you. Because if I chase you, you know what they say? You're going to lose money. Can't chase honeys, you guys going to lose money. That kind of rhyme, right? You can't be chasing. That's my joke. Right? Like a woman, right? You can't chase that. You can't chase that, honey. You're gonna lose money. Trying to get her to win you. Trying to get her. You can't do that. They gotta let it come to you. It's rejected. It rejected the buy stop. Yeah. So if it rejects you, it you know you got rejected, babe. All right, guys. So so we got a few more minutes. So let's go to I'm gonna jump. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump to some really good trade setup that we should be seeing. You guys okay with me? Normally I like to go top down, but I try to do, it would not accept the order. Why not? Do you know why? Accept the mines. Ooh, wait, hold on. Buy stop. My buy stop's in. My take profit is not in. Hold on. 81.568. And I have a stop loss of 81.057. Boom, mine's in. Is yours in, or you're saying mine didn't accept it? It would accept yours by stop order? Because it should. It wouldn't accept it? Really? Anybody else having an issue? It accepted mine. Mine's good to go. I'm in the money. Let's see how this go. Yeah, I'm not sure, Lawrence. It should have accepted a buy stop. Right, you're doing a limit order, buy stop, right? And you should have been able to put a limit order for that price. The price that I just called out here, 81.425, and then you have a stop loss at 8105. Oops, that's why. Oh, sorry. That's why. That's JPY. I'm sorry about that. That's probably why. That's my fault. All right. The coffee is finally starting to kick in. You got to bear with me here. That's why. It's a stop loss. You can't put your stop loss like that. What are you doing? Okay, that's not a stop loss. That's like you're trying to put a take profit at in the same place. It's not gonna work. So 81.52. You can't put a stop loss at 81.52. It's above your freaking entry, Leonard. Duh. There you go. Oh, it should take it in now. All right. If you're gonna take that trade, you want to put your limit order there. It should take that trade now. Apologize, guys. All right, so let's look at some probability setup. So let's play this game. Instead of just going to top down, we're going to go straight into some opportunities here. We see NCD. NCD is hot. NCD is hot. So NCD, what's the two top currency, guys? Talk to me. What's the two top currency right now? Top currency in terms of what's the hottest and with the weakest. The hottest and the weakest. Call it out for me. The hottest and the weakest. Look at your currency strength meter. I'm on a 1 hour time frame. Just look at your currency strength meter. What's the hottest? NCD USD. What's the second one? Yes, sir. All right, let's go to the first one. Let's go to GBP USD. GBP USD is my favorite pair. That's that one. Boom, GBP USD. Where you at? Woo! This bad boy is hot. I should have asked you guys what's going on. Is it an uptrend or downtrend? And we are catching this bad boy late. So GBP USD on my chart is an uptrend. I call that at 1.3468. It blew past 1.34. Nope, it's going towards 1.3468. All right, cool. GBP USD. Boom. All right, here we go. 1 hour time frame. GBP USD. Where you at? Talk to me. The 2-minute time frame. We're going to look into a smaller time frame. GBP USD. All right, here's go. See, we're gonna put an order right here. If you break this for me, you're taking it in. Yes, let's take it. Put a buy stop in here for me. Yes, sirree. Ooh, I think I'm gonna do 2 orders. GBP USD is hot. So I would have put a buy stop in right now. So I'm just telling you my price right now. I'm just figuring out the stop loss right now and take profit. 1.3420. So 1.3420. Okay. Let's put an order in for that one, guys. I'll put a buy stop on that one. You guys want to catch something hot? Let's catch something hot. So GBP USD. GBP is strong, right? If GBP is strong, that means it's going to cost more in dollars. That means it's going to go up, right, Trey? Come on. You wait, Trey. You got to be able to, you got to call this up, man. We just went over this in our coaching session. Yeah. So 1.3420, that is our buy price. That is the price that you will fill me in. Come to me, GBP. GBP is strong. You're going up, you're going to cost more in dollars. GBP is very strong. It's 7.4. Look at these numbers is red. It's screaming at you. It's like, ah, I'm hot. I'm hot. I'm coming in strong. And the little lowly dollars, 2.10. Come on now, it's weak. We're talking at the bottom of the food chain almost. I'm hoping you guys making you laugh. Hope it's waking you up. My corny jokes. All right, guys. It's gonna look like it's gonna get ready to fill me in. Let's get some targets here. What's our target? You guys want some targets? Right? It's good to know where you're going, right? So let me do this. I'm gonna do this, guys. I'm gonna put another entry in because I like it. It's getting kind of hot. So I put another target in. So I'm doing a twin entry, right? So I put another target in at 1.34210. So that's if somebody wants to follow me and understand how I do that, right? 1.34210. Let me see here. 1.34. So I do two entries right there. So I split up an entry. So if you're going like a point, say you're doing like a 0.6, right? And I'm doing two entries of 0.03. So say you want to do two entries of a 0.06, not really a 0.1 yet. So say you're doing a 0.06. So I split that up and do like a 0.3, 0.03, 0.03, 0.03. If you're at a 0.1 and 0.1 is about 2% of your account, you guys probably have to go through the risk management, but understand 2% of your account, whatever that may be. And if it's that, at 0.1, you want to split that up and do like a 0.05, 0.05. Okay, just to kind of give you a heads up on what a twin entry is. You're taking your initial 2% entry. You're not doubling your risk. You're just taking an entry, splitting your risk. Okay. Let's put some targets here. So TP1, there definitely would be 1.3469. 1.3469. What did that look like here? Let's go to the 1 hour. 1.3469. I like this one here. So I'm taking the prices from here, right? This is on TradingView. I'm just looking for the price here and going to my easy triple-dot trading system here, and it identifies a lot of the support and resistance for you. What you want to do is find a time frame that's giving you those good support and resistance zones, okay? And you can see you have to go. Sometimes you have to go to daily. You don't have to use TradingView. I use TradingView because that's what I do. This is what a lot of experts do. You guys can use this, but I'm trying to say you don't need to use both. But I'm trying to show you where to go on your easy triple-dot trading system. You go, man, Leonard, do I have to use TradingView to figure out where support and resistance zone and draw this line? No, not necessarily. If you guys are new and you guys, just getting this easy triple-dot trading system, for those who may be new in this trading room or you guys are watching this recording, no, the easy triple-dot trading system does it for you, right? Of course, if you guys don't see it on the lower time frame, right? So, and when I mean support and resistance zones, I mean these color zones, that template is drawn out for you. You go to the 1 hour. I don't see nothing, Leonard. It's not there. If you don't want to use these, you don't have to. You can use these pivots. These pivots are really good as well. But if you really want to use the zones and you want to use the zone and confirm or use Confluence for your these pivots, then go to the higher time frame. Go to the 4 hour. Look at, you see the 4 hour? The 4 hour is giving me a target of some resistance here. So you can use this. So let's use this as a TP1. And I'm gonna trade right here, 1.34. Am I in this trade? Did this trade get triggered while I'm sitting here looking at it? Yes or no? Did this trade get triggered? Did it come to me? Or did I chase this thing? You guys watching this? You guys are asleep. Come on, guys. 1.34861. Let me see. 1.34. Yeah, okay. All right, I'll take it. I know, right? It's going up. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's hot. It's hot. Look at that. It blew right past it, huh? It's hot. So my first target here, I'm going to take a 1.34861 target. And my stop loss is going to be here. I'm good with taking it right here. I'm gonna take a 3-pip stop loss. You got to be freaking good to be able to do that. Take a 3-pip stop loss. That's when you know, hey, in fact, I'm gonna do this. Look, I'm already 17 pips up. 17 pips up, guys. I'm gonna let this thing go about 20 pips. So this one I'm gonna manually drag it, create a stop loss, manually click, drag it down. I'm showing you guys how to create a stop loss. Right, this is how you manually do it. Because we're already into the trade. So when your trade already gets triggered, you don't have time that you're sitting there trying to, okay, I'm gonna pull this up and put a, put a stop loss at. It's already triggered. The quickest way to do it is just do it the way I'm doing it right now. You take this order, you click on it, and you drag it down for the long order. If you're going down, you want to click it and pull it up and let it go if you're going short. That's how you create a stop loss. Now, what you guys have on the Easy Triple Dot trading system is that it pulled and it gives you the price and the number of pips on the line. Okay. So my first TP1, let me see here. Which one is this one? Okay, it's that one. So I'm gonna move this to too soon. Okay, now I'm gonna do a take profit. You click it and you go up for long. Okay, you take it and you go long. And that'll be my TP1. And then I'm gonna take the other one and go here at mid-level and make that TP2. Now we can adjust that as we go, but that's my TP1 and that's my TP2. So now I'm gonna fine tune this bad boy. So now that I got my order in, I'm gonna fine tune this to see if my TP1 is not too close or not too far away, and my TP2 is not too close and not too far away. So I'm gonna go to the higher time frame, go to the 1 hour. I'm gonna go to the 4 hours. Hey, hope you guys are catching money. You know what's funny? It's 38 pips, guys. Lucky it's not standard, right? Lawrence, if it was standard, we'd be looking at some good money here. Huh? We'd be looking at some good money here, Lawrence. Just good money if we went standard. $10 a pip, guys. Trade. A standard is $10 a pip, right? You're darn right. You're darn right. This is guaranteed money. It's just guaranteed money. This is one of those guaranteed money. I got people messaging me about some Easy Triple Dot trading system. What they need to do is buy it. Just buy it. Just buy it. It's already good. So this is, if we were playing in standard, guys, we'd be looking at $300 already. Okay. I got you guys awake. I got you guys' attention. If it was $10 a pip, we'd be looking at $300 a trade right now. $300 trade. All right. So let me know if I had typed it in the chat in terms of the GBP USD. Okay. So if you want to look into the chats and look up Lawrence and let me know if you see the price that it was triggered at. Let me go. Okay. So I'm looking at targets here. Hold on. Look like my target's too close. So I'm trying to fine tune my take profit target. So I don't want to go too close. Okay, it's already almost at my TP1. Duh. Oops. Okay, right there. That's my targets here. All right, and I'm going baby conservative here for me, but I should have went bigger. All right. So let's let that play out and let's go to the other one. Let's go another one. NCD USD. NCD USD. Let's go to NCD USD real quick, guys. NCD USD. We should be looking go long, right? So NCD USD. Oh man, we just missed that bad boy. Oh, hate it. Oh, something like that. It's like, oh, it's just like, oh, like a dagger. Like, oh my God, I missed it. It's just right here, this accumulation phase. See, this right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So for the last 12 hours, it's been in accumulation phase. Jeez, during the agent session, they just accumulated these buy orders, buy orders, buy orders, buy orders, buy orders. Okay, oh, I'm done. We got enough orders, we're going. All right, so we can go ahead and still take this trade. Let's go to the 15-minute. Oh my God. Oh, I'm not taking it. Normally I like to, but I ain't taking it. Jeez, I hate when I'm like this. Just 1 hour and two. See, I'm getting to the coaching mode. I got to get better at not getting into a coaching mode. Okay, guys. You guys can take it market execution order if you want to and catch a few pips, but I'm not taking it because I missed my entry and I'm not chasing it. Right. So if my trading plan tells me I can't chase trades, I don't know. I got to listen to my rules. Right. So my trading plan tells me do not chase trades. If you miss your entries, you skip it. Ugh. And I hate when I do that. But it's a lesson learned to kind to get better at stop coaching when I'm trading. So the two hot pairs right now, guys, is GBP NCD, GBP USD, and NCD USD. Okay, and you know if you do a market execution, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do it for. I'm gonna do it for fun here, and I'm just gonna do a small order here. But in fact, I'm not even gonna take. I'm not gonna do a limit order. I'm gonna take it right to a market execution. What I mean is take it to a one-click trading and just do an immediate. It looks like it's dropping down a little bit, man. Go to the down to the 5-minute time frame. Yep, I'm just gonna go straight to a buy and do a market execution. And what I'm gonna do is take this to stop loss there, and I'm gonna take this to right here. Okay, so I did a market execution. I just went straight into the order as boom, right into the market. I just click market execution. You go right click on the chart, go to one click trading, and you put your, you know, whatever your percentage is. This is like maybe a 0.5% of what I'm looking at right now for me, because it's a market execution and I don't like chasing trades, but I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes for me. So I can take a small $2.58 loss. It's not gonna hurt me. So I took a buy market execution and you just hit click buy. And now you're in the trade, immediately filled. That's one thing about the Forex market, the liquidity versus stock. You don't have to wait for sales. There's always buyers and sellers. $5.4 trillion market. There's always buyers and sellers willing to take position and fill you in. Okay. So I went into a market execution. I'll come back and set my my take profit, but let me go back to the other one, which is GBP USD. GBP USD. I want to go ahead and fine tune that bad boy. So GBP USD. Look what it's doing. You're pulling back. Why are you pulling back? It's on a 1-minute time frame. Hello. Go to the 15-minute time frame. It's got to breathe. Yep. So I'm still holding true. I'm just adjusting the my take profits here. GBP USD. It's going to hit this target right here at 1.3468. And what's my next target after that? So what I'm doing, I'm looking for potential second target for my next one here. Ooh, did some nice rejection here. Okay. Ooh, that's like right on the money. I wasn't even counting on that. Okay. All right. GBP USD. 1.3468, and then I got 1.35318. All right, so let me go ahead and fine tune this this trade here on a pound dollar, and then we'll come back and check out the NCD dollar, and then we'll go ahead and close out. We'll go ahead and take a close look at where US 30 and indices are at, so we can know what to expect for the New York session. Okay, guys? I'm waiting for the data to upload. And I got to go through the data too to kind of refresh this data. Why that one's uploading? Oh, there it is. Okay. Let me go to the 1 hour. Okay. Go to the day, 4 hour. Okay, here we go. So I have my first target is 1.3468. We have 1.3466, 1.34. Okay, so that's on trading view, but I'm gonna come here and I like this this area right here. Let me zoom out and go to my daily. Okay, you see, if you look at the easy triple dot trading system, I'm gonna zoom out. This is on a daily. You go out to the daily, you go up to the higher time frame, and you want to see why this zone is here. Right? I'm always going to why. You see this gray area. There's a reason why this is gray. There's a reason why. Right? There's a reason why this is gray, and there's a reason why this is down arrow is already showing that hey, this I'm looking to go down anytime now. Right? Get ready. Right? Because we're at the top. That's why it's there. Right? The good time to get into this trade is down here. Would you agree? Right? Anybody want to catch 1,000 pips? Right? We're on a daily time frame, of course. This is days, right? Since July, it's been 1,000 pips, but we're not position traders. For day traders, if you're a swing trader, you still would even trade in the day like this, right? Swing trade, yeah, well, maybe you're right. Maybe swing trading you would, but I don't know if I would hold the trade for 43 days. I want to get paid daily, weekly, right? So I'm more of a day trader. Hell, for anything, I would have taken money here, got into a trade, and took money here. You can do that as a swing trader, and I teach you guys when I first start how to be a swing trader. So I want to zoom out and look and say, okay, boom, oh, there it is. That's why it was a previous high. It was a previous significant high. So you can see where I have a couple of targets here lined up in this zone because there was a great potential for what, right? You think about it, right? This is back in December. This is when prices reached this high for a pound dollar. This is pandemic ball right here, right? So if you guys saw that, that's the pandemic crash, right? And a lot of people made money, right? That's a pandemic, boom, crash. Okay, but since before that, it's going up to a previous high of December. So that's a significant. I do not expect it to go past that. I don't expect it to go past that, but I'm gonna take some money, and I do expect some reaction here. So it might go up and bounce all over here. So let me go to the lower time frame, take it to 4 hours, and start dialing in my stop loss. Is that helpful, guys? Is that kind of how I look at things when you're using the easy triple dot trading system? This is Forex, right? So let's take some targets here, and I got 3.4, 3.48, and then my next one is 3.353. Yep. Okay. So that's where I'm at, guys. So go ahead and put that in the chat so you guys can see that. So TP1. So you guys can put that in. I manually drag it. So That's why I don't put it into the orders. It's already there. 3 point. Zoom in here. 3.4867, around that. That would be my TP1, and TP2 is around 1.35423. Did I say 23? Yep. 1.35423. Okay, I just put that in the chat. TP1, TP2, those are my two. So what you're going to do, this is how you trade. This is how you manage the trade. So let me show you what I do. So this is what I do, guys. So if it comes back and hit my stop loss, I hit my stop loss. I have my stop loss really tight, right? So if it hits this, it takes me out. I have it at a very tight stop loss, very tight. And I have it tight for a reason, because it's already at the top, all right? And anytime you're in a trade, when you're late in the game, keep your stop losses tight, because it's going to invalidate that trade faster than anything, right? Because we missed the entry. To be totally honest, guys, we missed the entry. The entry on this trade, when I go to the 1 hour time frame, it's right here. This is the entry, okay? This is the entry in the trade, and this would have been a good 75 pip trade. And I called this out on GBP USD, and I called it as a buy. And if you guys recall that, great. And if you guys took that trade already, great. And if you didn't, you guys had the game plan. So I have my stop loss is really tight. So if it comes back and hit my stop loss, I only got a 35, 30 pip stop loss. Invalidate the trade right away. It's getting ready to go down, or I get ready to look for a better position, okay? So those are my two targets for GBP USD. And again, my stop losses is tight. And if it hits my stop losses and it bounces right back up and it goes up, I'm okay with that. I'm truly okay with that, because we're already at the top of the game, right? And I don't foresee the GBP USD going anything higher than this anyway. Now, I could be totally wrong, but we missed that move. This is the move down here, or earlier this week. So that's where I'm at. I said it, I'll call it. Now, could I move my stop loss and just kind of say, you know what, why don't you just break even? You know what? I could. I sure could. You can do that, guys. So if you want to, you can. You can actually, right now, my trading rule, you guys have a trading plan, you guys should develop a trading plan. My trading plan says you move the stop losses after 50. Now, it's at the top already. And since it's already at the top, yeah, I could move my stop losses and break even and say, you know what, if it comes back but it could come back and come back up. So I'm giving it a little bit of room, because I like the strength of the pound and dollar, and I believe it's going to continue up. Okay, so that's where I'm at with pound dollar. Let's go to NCD dollar. We'll go that real quick, and then we're going to go over the indices real quick, and then we'll go ahead and close out the call. Yep, I'm okay with pound New Zealand dollar where I'm at. New Zealand dollar. So it's right at resistance here. We'll put a target up here for 0.6845. 0.6845. I don't see anything now. Let's go to the 4 hour. Ooh. Yeah, I'm good with this. I like this target. Let me zoom out. Let's go to the daily. You see why this zone is here. You see this? Let me zoom out again. There it is. We're looking at the same situation where previously to the pandemic, this is where it's at now. It's at historical high, and it basically passed the historical high. So there's greatly potential move for pullbacks at this point because this move was here, accumulated here. So it gave me higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, and then boom, it just took off. Go to the 1 hour time frame. This is the higher highs. Well, yeah, I can go to higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, and it's getting ready to present its last higher highs. And I'm good with that target. Okay, so let me go ahead and put that target there at 0.67950. And I got it at, let's see, 0.67947. Point 67954. 550. Okay. So that's where I'm at right now. For the NCD. Okay. So that's for New Zealand and GBP. So I know I feel confident that both of these is going to pretty much hit target. Okay. So all right. So with that being said, let's go ahead and go through some indices real quick. Let's do a quick snapshot to see what we could potentially be looking at. Let's go to the daily. We don't like in the weekly, we do the weekly outlook. For daily, we go to what it closed yesterday. So this is currently today's, ooh, all right. So that was a nice sell yesterday. So one of our coaching students took a nice $1,200 dip and got this trade. Looked like he got a lot of it too, which was good. All right. So how would you have caught that? Well, think about it, right? So I called it out into, if you guys look at your sheet, I call it at 29,396. Right, 29,396 is way up here. But I called out, and I remember, and I told you guys that if it breaks this, target is 29,396. Right, this is that way up here. But it has to break this. Right, this is a strong resistance zone. If it doesn't, then it's going to come back down. Right, and I called that in the weekly. I didn't put that in the sheet, but I did call that in the weekly. You guys, hope you guys had your notes. And it did, and it came back. It didn't break this, so it came all the way down. So let me go ahead and put this and drag this down. And now that was a significant resistance. It came back, boom, boom, came back, right? Came all the way back. And it came back to this previous support, right? So this is now a nice support zone right there. So right now it's at support. So I expect this to now come back up, right? So we're going to be looking at a potential buy situation. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame. And there it is. So this is what it looked like. Let me zoom in for you guys can see it. Can you guys see that? I'm gonna let the chart settle down so you guys can see it. Okay. So it came up, and this is where he was able to take that. He took this buy right here late in the afternoon and closed it out. Boom, nice, right? Closed it out, came in, boom, took that and closed it out. And out of just 2,877, he was probably able to catch 1,200, which was awesome. Now you see it, you see what it did here? It rejected, came back, pierced it, came back up, came back down, closed it, closed it, closed it. These are all rejection points, folks. Rejection point. You guys see my my marking here? I'm marking it up. I'm trying to show you guys something here. These are all rejection points. So anytime you see something like this, that's telling you something. It's telling you a story, and you guys want to be able to understand what's the story. What's the story that this chart is trying to tell me? Where's the market trying to tell me here? Let me see if it lets me move this. Boy. Yep. It's there. So that's a rejection point. All right, so right there is rejection point, and right there is another rejection point, not there, but right here, these two areas right here. Those are all the rejection points. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rejection points. Okay, so when it does this, and you got like a hammer, this is a hammer. I know I'm labeling it, but I'm labeling it for a, first I gotta look at the market structure, right? So you look at the structure, and then after you look at the structure, and then you kind of understand what the story that the market is trying to tell you, you decipher that, and then you said, okay, all right, so it came down, gave me a lower low, right here, lower low, lower high, and then it gave me a lower low, lower high, a lower low, and it blew past the lower high, but the buyer was still not in control yet. The buyer is still not in control because it just pierced it. This is not a break. This is not a break or a breach. So I'll probably have to go over that training with you guys. When we go over sellers and buyers for intermediate course, I will show you guys what's a breach, what signifies a breach. This is not a breach. A close of a candle right above that is not a breach either. That's not a breach. So it comes back down, Sellers are still in control. Sellers in control. Uh-oh, we have a hammer, a strong bullish candle, and then we have another last push from the sellers. The sellers is trying to keep it in control because it has to break this point right here. This is the previous high. It has to break this point. And we have to have a breach. So it pierced it, it tried to take it over, and the bulls came right back. A little bit of bearish here, and then boom, right here, we have a breach. Okay, this is a breach. Comes up, and now, believe it or not, the sellers are trying to come in, but we're already in a momentum of going down. Now, could this still go down? Of course it could. But as of right now, we're looking at a potential for us to go long. So when we come back, I want to see this above the moving averages to kind of help us from a confirmation standpoint to say, listen, the bulls are in control, and this is going to come back up. Okay, so that's what we're looking at from a US 30. Gold. Okay, so the bulls are in control for gold. Looking at the daily. Yep. Okay, so we have we're in a range here, in this range, and now we accumulated out of that. Looking to the 1 hour, this is that range right here that it was in. So this range right here was accumulating orders, and then boom, you see that? Right out of accumulated orders, accumulated a lot of buy orders, and it took off. And then it went into another little bit of accumulation orders and trying to collect more buy orders, and it took off, and it broke this structure right here. This is what we're looking for, break of structure. Okay, so now it got this. We're looking for gold to go up to potential 2014. So, okay, I'm gonna be looking for buy on gold. Okay, so that'll be the two things I'll be looking for: buy on gold and US 30. Okay, hope you guys can see my chart there. I'm calling out potential. Okay, and then let's look at a couple more just real quick. S&P 500 is right at resistance, so this is in a range. I can see this potentially come back. US 100. Go to the one daily. Go back. S&P 500. Okay, so S&P 500 is at resistance. You see, yesterday was at a close. Just right now, it's already starting to be at resistance, so it's having a hard time. If it doesn't break this, it's coming back down for a pullback. If it breaks this, it's going back up. Now we got to remember, S&P 500 and US 100 is at historical high, so it can get a little bit of shaky here. This is a non-farm payroll week, so things could go sideways. US 100, it's ooh, man, did we miss that one? Look at these guys. It's hitting my targets. I'm calling these. Did I call this? I called this. Wow. Unbelievable. Man, what am I doing? Okay, what I'm doing is trying to create another target here. Okay. So I'm taking the daily averages from the previous to create my, so this is at resistance. So this is look like it's going to go up too. Wow, look at that run. And DAX been in a range. Look at this. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, and it looked like it's bouncing off this resistance. So this can also potentially go up. So DAX, long, US 30, long S&P, potentially long is that resistance if it breaks that structure. US 30, this bad boy is bouncing off for support, and it looked like it's going to be a long day tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to, London session. It's going to be looking to go long. Okay, guys? So that's what we're looking at for these potential trades. And gold is looking to also be a long trade. And I will pull up those charts and have those ready for 9:30. Okay. All right, guys. So keep in mind NCD, JPY. Hopefully they're looking pretty good. And GBP USD. You want to guys keep that open until it hits your stop losses or take profit. Okay. And if you guys want to move your stop losses on the GBP USD because it's in profit, you guys want to protect your entries, you can, because we're already at the top. We're already late in the game. So we just got to continue to try to figure out how do we get ahead in this game. And you guys don't have to wait till the London session. When we look at the weekly game plan during the week on Sunday, that's your opportunity to get into the trade. But I know you guys are not feeling comfortable yet to get on your own, but that's fine. Even if we catch a few pips, we're catching some money. Like I said, we were up 30 pips on GBP USD, and I continue to feel it's going to go up. So you're going to get some good trade setups anyway, either way. Okay. Other than that, guys, enjoy the London session. This recording will be up. I'll see you guys at 9:30 for our New York session. I'm gonna go ahead and end the call. Have a good morning, guys. I'll see you guys later.